What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the King's Mafia channel. Y'all already know why we here, and y'all already know what we're about to do. We came out with some gameplay for y'all. I know. Usually the gameplay comes out on Fridays and whatnot, right? But we had nothing to do, so we figured, why not? You know? The gameplay was supposed to come out yesterday, but there was a really big time constraint. And I know y'all don't want to hear excuses, so this is the gameplay. I hope y'all enjoy it. We are over here trying to improve and trying to get ready for season 4. They're gonna be coming out with obviously the new legend, Revenant. They're gonna be coming out with 2 new guns. They're also going to be coming out with a hell of a lot of modes. Third person mode. What else? Third person mode, King's Canyons After Dark. So we're going to be getting King Canyons back. That's awesome. There's been a lot of debate as to who wants Kings Canyon, who doesn't want Kings Canyon. They shouldn't involve Kings Canyon along with the new map World's Edge. Have people mix and choose. But obviously there's only a limit of people who can obviously play on each map during each server, during each gameplay. So we have to really figure out what's gonna be, or the developers have to really figure out how they're gonna mix that in. What percent of the population is going to be playing only on Kings Canyon, because that's going to be an issue if not only obviously people just decide to solely play on Kings Canyon, but what's going to happen on World's Edge. A lot of people are going to be choosing Kings Canyon. Why? Because most of them love the map, and even though they were getting bored of it when the game first came out, and then when World's Edge came out, everybody just wanted it back. So it goes to show, people really don't know what they have until they really lose it. People really never got adjusted to this map. People always wanted to be in Death Tunnel, which is in the middle of the map in Kings Canyon. The Death Tunnel, it's nicknamed for I forgot what it was called. See, that's how long it's been since we played Kings Canyon. Honestly, I wouldn't mind Kings Canyon back, but I wouldn't mind King Canyon back. You know what? For the video purposes, we're gonna call it KC. All right, just for the video's purposes. I wouldn't mind KC back if it was before the Leviathans got on the map. I wouldn't mind it after that. Obviously, they're gonna obviously put it back to when the Leviathans got on the map. There was plenty of spots before they introduced themselves onto the map where you could hide, where it was really glitchy. And honestly, just the whole lifting and putting down with the foot of the Leviathans was just a big hassle, because you really have to watch out. You really have to be prepared. On top of that, you had to be on your toes, watching for other squad members. So there's that. Now, how we can improve on season 4, right? We have to up our game, because obviously now we're in season 4. It's been a whole year since the game came out. People are better at the game. People are knowing how their legend works. They're figuring out new tips. They're figuring out new tricks, how to misdirect with their tips and tricks. You guys already know that I use Mirage, right? So Mirage is my main. I feel like I can relate to Mirage a little bit more. His whole scheme of misdirection, using his decoys, then using his ult to either escape a situation, a really bad situation where it's a 3-on-1, and I need to regather myself, get away, regather myself, and then be able to attack again. It's a whole big deal for me, because the thing about it is that even though most people do the mistake of using their ult, using Mirage's ult and running away looking for cover, right? That's not what I do. My main thing for Mirage is activating his ult, going around, right? If I have time to heal, I'll have time to heal. Mirage's ult only gives you about 10 to 12 seconds. This is what it feels like in gameplay. I don't know why. To me, it feels like it's 10 to 12 seconds to get away from. It's basically to get away from enemy fire, flank them left or right, which basically means get around them left or right, which to a point where they're not looking. So if they're by one of the vaults, right, that has the 3 supply bins outside, I think it's kind of near it's near the train station. Not the train station, it's near the train yard, right? there's an entrance there where it leads outside of the tunnel, and it has one entrance to the right. If you're coming out the tunnel, one entrance to your right, and then one in front of you. So it gives me enough time to either proceed with my plan. You have 3 choices of attack, at least with Mirage. With Mirage, you have three plans of attack. You can either activate the ult, run right past them, right, and hit them from the back. Depending on how hard your shield got hit, you have to also take that into consideration. How hard your shields got hit, right? Because obviously, if they snuck up on you, and your shields are going to be most likely be low, right? So here you're going to see an example of how we use Mirage. Obviously, they're going to be there. They don't see you coming. They most likely won't. Always back up and reload. Always back up and reload, and you have to save his tacticals and his ultimate to a situation where you need them the most. Obviously, if it's a 2-on-1 situation with obviously you and your partner, or you and your squad, and you're able to back out yourself while they take fire for you, then you should be good. But if it's more of a situation where you can't, and it's more like of a 3-on-2, which is your 2 and there's a full squad in front of you, you could be most likely maneuver around that a little bit, right? Now here we're gonna most likely come up against another squad as soon as we come over this tunnel, right? You have to be able to be tactical with your legends. Be tactical with your heroes, because here you saw that we had a sniper shot over the top. We're gonna turn around. We didn't know whether it came up from over the top behind us or over the top in front of us. Here comes Mirage, Pathfinder on me. Be able to move. You have to be able to move around. All right. If you play the game and you don't take one bullet throughout the whole game, you're a god. All right. So here we go. Now we have another one coming up. I'm taking bullets. My shield's gone. Right. Here I know that I can take it, and I know that I have enough time because my squad mates are around me to get my shield back up. All right. Me and my squad, we practice this. We go in game mode and we practice this, and we practice flanking maneuvers and all this. Obviously, you want to be somewhat decent at the game. Right? So this one's coming at us kamikaze style. Obviously, I'm going to use it because he's right in front of me. I'm not in a position. I don't have a gun in my hand. So here I use my ult. Right? Luckily for Mirage, the ult actually recharges rather quickly, right? So now we have to take this guy down right here. He didn't see us coming. Why? Because obviously we had the ult on, and we had it coming from left to right. So bam, knockdown. You have to get used to exactly how your legend moves. Some legends are really agile and some really aren't. So Mirage's ult is more flanking based. People mistaking it, and they want to say, oh, I use it to get away, but that's not really the issue. Mirage doesn't use that ult to get away. He uses that because he needs to be able to flank somebody, right? So you can use it when you're not being shot at. You can use it if it's a final 2 and there's another squad in the house and you need to get in there, or you need to be able to throw grenades in there or something, right? So obviously we went on ahead. We're able to hunker down. Why I didn't pick up that light mag, I don't know. Attentive blindness, guys. Attentive blindness. I did not see it at all. So I'm stocking up right now on my syringes and my syringes and my medkits, because that's what it's about. You have to be able to keep your health up, keep your shields up, everything, right? We're on 3 kills right now. We are going in, y'all. What? For the last couple of weeks, I have been going in. Obviously, the EVA 8, it's a god good. The EVA 8. I love me some EVA 8, y'all. Love me some Eva, however you say it. Love me some EVA 8. That gun is special. It gives you 2 taps for every trigger pull. So it's pa 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 pa, 2 taps. Honestly, and it works. It'll break a shield down in let's see. So it's 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. So if you hit somebody dead on, it doesn't have to be dead on. You just have to get them inside the site. If you hit them dead on, it'll be good. You'll be good for like a while. So this is what I'm talking about. We're gonna be coming up on this fight right here, obviously, we're speeding through because obviously it's a long walk. And you know, EA likes to expand their maps, so it's a long walk to where we're going. Take the vantage view. Make sure you don't see anybody coming in the distance. As soon as you don't see anybody coming in the distance, you're free to do what it is that you want to do. Hide behind rocks. At this point, I'm gonna hide behind the rock and talk to my buddy. He wanted to have a nice chat with me while we wait for that care package to come through. So, and it's also a good spot for ambush. All right, ambush, flanking, and basically all our maneuvering is a way to. It's keys to winning these type of games, guys. It's keys. All right, you have to be able to move around. You have to be able to flank. You have to be able to know what you're doing and be smart. Because as soon as you know what you're doing, and as soon as you get good at the game, you're able to move around. So for season 4, obviously King's Canyon is going to be coming back. We're going to be able to get reaccustomed to the old map again, which is going to bring back a whole lot of people. So obviously here you guys are going to see the next fight coming up, right? You see this next fight coming up. Obviously we're just trying to toss the shields down as much as we can. Here we hit him for 73. We hit somebody else for 43. So you have to be able to move around, right? Here, obviously, I use my tactical because I want to see if they're gonna shoot at him. I want to find out positioning. What's the positioning? Here, I already see one right behind that crate, so we're gonna go ahead. How I got hit, that Pathfinder has amazing aim, and it's just notice how we're not using our ult yet, right? It's not being used yet. So we're trying to get our shields back up, right? We didn't need to use the ult. My teammate went down, so we're trying to maneuver around this. Obviously, we're receiving fire from our left side, but I want to take down this Pathfinder first because he obviously has a purple shield. So that's the double tap that I'm talking about, y'all, with the Ava 8. That's the double tap. All right, so now here's a caustic, right? If you hit it dead on, usually it'll be more effective. Obviously, you try not to miss your bullets because it obviously you have 8 bullets, so it goes down by 2 every time. So it goes from 8 to 6 to 4 to 2 to 0. So you obviously only have at least 4 shots, 4 trigger pulls. Right, so here we're gonna try to get out of here because obviously the storm is closing in, and we have a considerable amount of distance to not go. But this is the last storm, so the last storm always takes a chunk of damage. So I'm gonna bring my shield back up just in case anybody is waiting for us at the end of this tunnel. All right, not at the end of the tunnel, but at the end of the ridge down to the right. We have to be able to move around. Right now, 3 kills, 4 kills. Now I get 4 kills because the storm is gonna kill somebody. The storm knocks my partner down. My partner was trying to loot, so what happens? Obviously, there's no more respawns. So I won't waste time trying to obviously go get her banner. But what I will waste time going for is that gold shield, because the gold shield, it lets me recharge faster, and I think it grabs my ult. It makes me recharge my ult a hell of a lot faster. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna use our ult to our ability, and you're gonna see exactly how we can outflank using Mirage. So right now, there's only one person. This is not a full squad that we're going up against. It's just one lifeline that we're going up against, guys. So we're going to try to get our best vantage point. Obviously, you see the second to last storm is inside this van looking thing. So we're gonna try to obviously position ourselves for better range, right? Not for better range, but for better coverage, to be able to move around and do what we got to do. My thought process at this time is, as a Mirage main, is to be able to move around considerably and then be able to find out where my enemy is, so that way I can use my ult, flank him, and try to get him from the side, right? This is my main concern, my main ability with this. Now, we're waiting, and we're going to right now we're coming up with a plan. If he comes from the right, we can use our ult and get out from the left of this van, get on top and be able to shoot him from the top. Now, he could be down behind the rock as soon as we come out of here, right? We're gonna come out the right door, come back in, go into the left. I want him to hear these noises because I want him to move. He knows that we're gonna be in here. Why? Because it's the only source of coverage. only source of coverage, so he knows that we're gonna be in here, right? Obviously, the storm is closing in, so he's gonna have to move as well if he's any further out. As a Mirage main, your main focus is flanking. Your main focus is going to be flanking. Your main focus is going to be being able to outsmart your opponent. You know, you have to be cocky with it. You know how Mirage is. Mirage is really, really cocky with it. So obviously, the only spots left right now that he has good coverage is behind this rock, right? And behind that big rock down there, and behind this rock right here. That was my main thing. Obviously, I think at this point I heard footsteps. So he's behind that big ridge to the left, right? We saw him. He's right there. You see them? That's that lifeline. So now we're trying to figure out exactly where he is. We see him going to the right. We're going to snort up to the right. I see him right there. He knocks down literally 3/4 of my shield. This is where the ultimate comes in. We're going to come up behind him. And we're going to try to fire at him. Just everything. We hit him with a grenade, yeah? Now, I appreciate the video, you guys. I appreciate y'all coming through. I really hope y'all give a like to the video, subscribe, comment. Yo, y'all already know how we do. Glory to the kingdom, y'all. Thank you for coming through.